Hi, I'm David Brindley from FlairWebWorks.com Limited in Oxford, New Zealand. This is the first of a series of videos that I'm going to make to show you how easy it is to add the dynamic features of 4D Site Designer to a standard NetObjects Fusion site. Right, so the first thing we need is a NetObjects site. This is one that I'm currently working on for a client, so it's a long way from being finished, but they need to get some products entered, so I'm going to do some of the creation of the dynamic features and the e-commerce features so that they can get started while I finish off the static stuff, and so you folks can see how it all works and hangs together. So what we need to do first of all is do a local publish of the NetObjects site, and we publish the entire site. And wait for that to shoot off. And there we have a very stock standard NetObjects site. In fact, some of you quite possibly recognize the template that this has been based on. This was a handy little template for this client. Right, so we can finish with that. We don't need that open anymore. And switch across to 4D Site Designer. Now, just like NetObjects gives you options when you're starting up. So you can create a new 4D site, you can open an existing site, or as we're going to do, you can open a static site because that's what NetObjects sites are. So open a static site, we need to navigate to where the site is. Now, I don't know how you organize your work, but I organize mine under a file for each client. So here we go, the antiques and the NetObjects site. And we need to give the site a name, antique will do. And you can either copy the site into 4D, or you can do as I'm going to do, link the site. Oops, sorry, no, don't check that. We want to link the site, which is the default situation. That means that if we make changes later on to our NetObjects template, we can they will automatically be updated in the 4D site. Okay, so 4D Site Designer goes to work and opens up our static site and brings it in the format that it requires to work with. And there it is, our static site is ready. Now, if we go and have a look at the website pages, there's nothing in there at this stage. You can see down here, an offsite folder. That's where it's linked back to the local publish. What we do now is to create our pages, right-click on the NetObjects page that we want and create new page from this template. Now, the first one I'm doing is admin because you need to have an administration aspect so that you can get in and do all the database stuff. So we simply pick from the soft idiom components, admin, and we want website admin. Just drag that over to the page where we want it. And because we're not logged in, we get a message to say that we don't have permission to use this feature. That's okay, we won't worry about that for the moment. Then, obviously, we need the index page. So again, right-click, new page from template, and there's the index page brought in. Don't need to put anything on there at the moment. And we also, because it's the right-click on the shopping page, and create new page from this template. Now, we'll go to the e-commerce components and we'll use the purchase component. This is an all-in-one component that handles everything from your catalogue to your shopping cart to the records of your customers' orders. It does stock control if you so desire. Right, so they're the three basic pages that we need. We'll save those. So save admin page as admin. We'll save the index page when it comes up in a second as the index page, and finally the shop online page. Right, so they're all saved. Now what we can do is we can go to Tools and Preview in Browser. And you see it looks just like the NetObjects site. Nothing much has changed. If we go to Shop Online, there's nothing happening there at this stage. There's no products, but you can see the product catalogue component is in place. And if we go to admin, sorry, you don't have permission to use this feature, which is exactly how we wanted it to be. Scoot back. That's it. We've added the components. Now, if we go and have a look again at the admin page that I created, you'll see that I've created that from a copy of the shop online page. Probably don't want that text up there, so what we can do is go back to our NetObject site, go to the admin page that we created, change the shop online heading to admin, and delete all that superfluous text because we don't actually need it. So that's what the admin page will look like now. Publish that page again. And there we are, there's the changes being made in the NetObjects page. From there we go back to 4D Site Designer. And oops, save these pages. Republish the site. And we're on the admin page, and we'll say give us the new template from admin. Right. That's the basics of how simple it is to add features to your NetObjects site. The next video, I'll show you how to set up the administration area. So, back shortly.